Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our build. We are now on part 18 of our 1350 refit enterprise build. So let's dive right in. Alright, so first up on the list of things to do, our internal structure. For our sets, we need a bunch of them around here. Except for this, the rec deck, we're doing something else with that. But I do want to get all of these measured out and cut and start to get them built and painted. So this is the failed derp smile. What we need to do is, the nice thing about this is it's a circle. It may not be a perfect circle, but it is close enough. So cutting one of these out means we cut them all out. So we need to measure from here to here. Actually, it's from here to here. These two sides, and we need to measure this angle, and what I'm going to base it off of is this internal angle right here, so that when I build them they will go right up against there. To do that, well, first off we need to measure this, and not only that, but we need to measure this distance right here. It's about the size of my finger. We don't want them to go beyond here. You can see I marked that. Oh, well, scratch that up. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And to do that, I'm going to be using, let's see here, some cardstock. And all I'm going to do is move this stuff out of the way. Find a pencil. We're just going to do this. We're going to, with this on some cardstock, draw us a line like so. Something like that. Match up the middle. So there. So there we have our first angle. Now we need the measurement for the width of it. We'll just take our ruler, we'll line this up here. Let's see. It's about right there. So I'll mark that on the ruler with my pencil. I just made a little mark with my pencil on my ruler. You can put a little tape there, do whatever you want. So now we have our width. And that is, where is it? That's right there. And we just do this. And we do this. A little mark there. We put a little mark here. Put a little mark on the other side. Like so. So now we have 3 points to make sure our angle is going correctly. That's why I put the point in the middle, just to make sure everything's all correct. We come back in with this. And we line it up with those 3 points. Where are those 3 points? There, those 3 points. Right about there. Actually, we could do this like this, because the angle is the same on either side. So let's do this. We will line that one up, and line the middle one up. Middle one is a little off. There we go. And we just draw our line. Like so. I think it went wonky at the end, but yeah, and we can just draw straight lines like this because the edges don't really matter. So that's just an approximation. This isn't the final copy, but I will do this and be a little bit more accurate about it, less slipshod, and I will cut out a template for the plastic. We'll be cutting a bunch of, I think 8 or 9 of these. So I'm going to get to work on that, and I will be right back. All right, now we have our template for all of our decks. We need to transfer that onto plastic. So let me get a piece of plastic here. A real piece of plastic, not a fake one. So now what we have to do is just transfer this onto our plastic about 7 times, 8 times. So I'm going to start doing that. Not onto this one, but onto another one. On a fresh one, I think. So I'll be back with that. Alright guys, we got all of our templates cut out. As you can see, they fit nice and snug into the respective slots here. Actually, they're not going there. They are going, whoa, they're going right here. But the angle is pretty much the same. So, we have all these cut out, ready to go. That one's smaller because a full-length one won't fit in between these two pegs, so I had to chop that up. Doesn't really matter. You're not going to see a ton through those tiny little hole windows. Those are the 5 or 6 round windows. This, again, we're still doing something else with that. So now that I have all the decks done, at least the in-between decks, I need the back of the deck. I need this guy right here. So we're just measuring that out, and I already have a template drawn out here. What I did is I just put one down here to get the basic I guess length, but of course it's a curve, so it's going to be a little bit longer than that, so I just went a couple millimeters on either side longer, and that should do just fine. For the height, it's going to be the height of this, so just take our handy dandy ruler, measure out that height, and I plotted that into our paper. So I'm going to get this cut out and start cutting up some for a sale sign. I'll be right back with that. Alright, we have all of our back walls cut, and they just go along like this. Let's see if we can get it in here. There we go. That's about how it will be going. But what I need to do is find the center of this for 2 reasons. One, I want to mark the center off because that's where I'm going to put my bead of adhesive for when I glue these together. And secondly, I need to know where the top of the deck is because I'm going to want to cut some doors into here along various points. So that's pretty easy to figure out. We just measure it, take the center, mark it off, and then we're going to mark off where our doors are, the heights of the doors, and we're just going to go in and start cutting these doors here and these doors here. And then on the back side of that negative space, I'm just going to put just a little bit of like plastic on the back side where the doors are painted red, as opposed to putting a full another one of these on here. I think that'll just be a little bit too thick for this edge here. I'm already pretty close to this this edge. I don't really want to go beyond it. I think that will just be a little too thick. We could check it right now, actually. So we can put one of our pieces in here like this. That's about how it will line up. And we've already got, yeah, that's pretty close to the edge there. If I put another piece of that on there, it would go up the edge. So I'm just gonna take the easy route and put little pieces of plastic on the back side where the doors are. Those will be fun to cut out with a X-Acto knife. Very small doors, and they're gonna have to be all cut out. The whole thing is just gonna be cut out of the top, and a few in the bottom too. Maybe one or two. Because again, you're not really gonna see much in those rooms, because it's just these two little. I could probably forego any on the bottom, and I'm just gonna do a couple on the top, like 2 per window set should be fine, and that'll be about. Let's see. Let's put this here. Probably here and here, and I might vary it a little bit, just so everyone doesn't look the same. So yep, that is what I'm about to get up to. So I'll be back when I'm done with that. Well, we have all of our little hallways cut out. Bring them all in here to view. And we even have the itty bitty hallway that goes over here cut out. Goes right like that. So here's this hallway. It is upside down currently because the hole's upside down. So it really goes like this. And then we got this piece which goes on top. Let's see if we can demonstrate that. I have to line everything up just so. Get that under there, get that under there. Get everything. That's good enough for par. So yeah, that's about what it's gonna be. I didn't put anything in here. You're really not gonna see too much. So, a few things. You see there's 3 doors here, right? And on the rest of these, there is 1 door. That is because of these bulkheads. When everything is put in here, these bulkheads really prevent you from seeing this door and this door. And they're going to prevent that even more because I'm going to kick a little piece of styrene out of here, which will be a wall, kind of a separation. And it will block them even further. You'll never see those doors. So yeah, we're just going to put a little piece of styrene here and here. So it is time to get to our paint. We're not done with these walls, at least. The floors, yes. I'm going to light block these. I'm going to paint them black all over the place. And then I'm going to paint them gray. And then I'm going to come back in. We're going to put our horizontal aluminum bars, and then we're going to put our uprights, little uprights. We're going to put uprights in here for some separation too. Those I'm going to paint beige. They should be aluminum, but I'm going to paint them beige because just for separation of color. Otherwise, you wouldn't really be able to see them. They'd kind of get washed into the aluminum background here. So it is time to head over to the paint booth and start to get paint on these and fumble over everywhere. So I'm going to get these in paint and I'll be back once they are done. We've got all of our decks done here, all 7 of them, minus the rec deck, which we'll be doing something else with. But these are done. We got the upper deck here, we got the lower deck here. As you can see, I've got my back wall in there that's aluminum, and then the uprights, which are a beige color, just for some difference. And of course our doors, which I had to light block from the back. So these are all done. Now we have to work on our furnishings for these, which I've started. And I have an itty bitty couch here. Yep. I've been building some tables. You can see here, here's a table. This is slow going and driving me batty. So I went into Tinkercad and I built a bunch of tables, two styles of tables, a chair, and a couch. And I sent those to DevilDog.Games Miguel. He's going to try to print those out for me. I'm also going to build a rec deck in Tinkercad, and he's going to print that out for me as well. If these are all successful, I will be throwing those Tinkercad files up online for free for you guys to download. I'll let you know when this is all taken care of. And my water softener just started kicking over. Fun. I hope that's not on camera. It is, though, technically, because I said something. Anyways, this is where we're going to call it for this week, because I'm going to wait and get together with Miguel, and we're going to talk, see what he has for us. Next week, we'll be working on the BC deck, which includes our little kit supplied set. We'll be building the kitchen and the officer's mess in there. I'm going to be working on the rec deck, building that in 3D. So that's going down. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank all my old subs and my new subs. You guys are equally awesome. And until next time, you guys take care.